My name is David Gibbons. I'm the Executive Director of the Massachusetts Convention Center Authority, and I'd like to welcome everybody today to Springfield for the celebration of the decommissioning of the Civic Center garage and the exciting project that will replace it. I'd like to thank you to everyone for joining us this morning, including Governor Baker, Lieutenant Governor Karen Polito, Mayor Sarno, Secretary of the Executive Office of A&F, Michael Heffernan. Can't be with us today, but John McDonald, our chairman of the MCCA, was going to be here. Andy Crane, our board member for Western Mass for MCCA, is here, has been very helpful with this project. And a non-board member, but a great supporter, has been Mary Kay. So thank you for all working with us on the workshops for this. So thank you. The Civic Center garage was built in 1971 and has needed to be replaced for some time now, having deteriorated to the point where only 700 out of 1,300 spaces were able to be used by some of the state's bravest commuters. After many productive planning meetings with the city of Springfield and many stakeholders, it was determined the best way forward was for us to purchase the garage, demolish it, and replace the current structure with what we've been calling Garage Plus. Our plans for this project are forward-looking. They provide both safe and accessible place for MassMutual Center patrons and for the community to park, while also activating foot traffic in the area by incorporating retail space on the first level of the garage. And it's also anticipated that a new plaza located behind me on Bruce Landon Way will allow for an extension of events at the MC for fun, safe, flexible outdoor community events. The existing garage is currently being decommissioned. We're expecting construction on the new garage to begin immediately following the demolition. Anticipated opening date is late 23, early 24. We're trying to catch the hockey season, yes. But we got off to a late start because this year's hockey season went on and on and on. Congratulations to everybody on that. The new garage will be, okay, the Thunderbird. The new garage will be 5 stories, 350,000 square feet, and accommodate between 800 and 900 vehicles. It'll also feature the latest EV charging technology with the infrastructure to grow with the evolution of EV capabilities. I want to again thank Mayor Sarno and the City of Springfield for all their support and collaboration, and the Baker administration for their assistance in moving this vital development forward. It is my pleasure and honor to introduce Mayor Sarno and congratulate him and his team for their success working on behalf of the City of Springfield and Western Mass. They've been a great partner for us, and we look forward to ribbon cutting in 23. Mayor Sarno.
We're here for season tickets for the T-Birds, Paul. Am I correct? How about them T-Birds? First of all, to Mass Convention Center Executive Director David Gibbons, who has been absolutely wonderful to work with, and A&F Secretary Mike Heffernan, absolutely wonderful to work with my staff and department heads, and of course to Governor Baker and Lieutenant Governor Polito. They have been outstanding partners and friends, not only to myself, the City of Springfield, Western Massachusetts, but the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. And believe you me, we're going to miss you deeply. Let's give them a big round of applause. Always just a phone call away or right in the city to make things happen. This is another project that they said would never get done in the City of Springfield. Under my administration, there have been a number of projects that we've been able to get done in working collaboratively together, and especially with the Baker-Polito administration. This is more than just a garage, a state-of-the-art garage. This is going to be ground floor activation, the activation of Bruce Landon Way, much like Fenway. When you go to Fenway, when you come to the MassMutual Center, whether to see the T-Birds or the other shows MGM are putting on, it's going to be activation down here. EV, the electrical vehicle charging that is going to go on. You're going to see a lot of natural light that is going to be used in this garage. So state of the art, and it's going to be first class as we continue to move the city of Springfield forward. Also, when you look upon this whole project, Executive Director Gibbons, this is about an $80 million project, because you're also going to have, what we wanted for years, you're going to have an entrance area, State and Main Street, which is going to coordinate with all the great things that are going on in downtown at MGM, that you can walk directly in from there to come to a T-Birds game or to come to events going down here at the MassMutual Center. So, with this project, we're anxious to get it down. We were very happy, though, Paul, that the T-Birds made that run and almost brought home a Calder Cup. Next year, this coming year, we're going to bring one home. But when you look upon it, this is not only for the MassMutual Center, this is a very, very big and pivotal catalyst of economic development for the business community of downtown, to have a state-of-the-art type garage here and much, much more being programmed. And another key, taking over the parking lot next door, which will be an activated area. Stay tuned. We'll have more announcements coming there and more announcements pertaining to the Bruce Landon Way. But again, I cannot say enough about Governor Baker, Lieutenant Governor Polito, Executive Director David Gibbons, A&F Secretary Mike Heffernan. Is he around here? Is he here? Mr. Secretary, thank you so much. Can you cut us another check for something else, too? I'll work on that. Oh, you got it. Okay, I'll work on that. But, again, this is a great day for the city of Springfield, and I deeply appreciate Governor Baker, Lieutenant Governor Polito, their administration's continued belief and investment in the city of Springfield. And each and every one of you, thank you for your partnership. Working together, we're going to continue to move things and get the mojo back here in the city of Springfield as we move to defeat this COVID-19 pandemic. So once again, thank you all. With that, it is my distinct honor and pleasure to introduce a good friend to not only myself and the city of Springfield and Western Massachusetts, but the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. Charlie Baker has done a tremendous job, and I think once people leave office, then you see the legacy that has been left. But he has not forgotten about Western Massachusetts, and he has not forgotten about the city of Springfield. You can't put a price tag on that. How about another warm Springfield welcome for our governor, Charlie Baker.
So, first of all, it's great to be here with the Lieutenant Governor and with Dave Gibbons and with the Mayor and so many others and folks from the legislative delegation as well. You've got the rundown on what this is about from David and from the Mayor. I would just say that this is, in fact, about a lot more than just a parking garage. And I think and this is a good example of where the pandemic has been enormously difficult, tragic in some cases, and anxiety and emotionally provoking for the better part of the past 2.5 years. So I'm always looking for sort of silver linings in this whole thing. And this conversation about what to do with the garage began quite a while ago. And it did get held up by the pandemic. And I do believe that because it got held up by the pandemic, some of the thoughts and ideas that people had about what to do along with dealing with this garage changed. And I think the way they changed, particularly this idea about placemaking and a plaza and a different entrance and all the rest, were enormously positive developments and how to take this project and turn it into something much more than it would have been otherwise. I must say that the Lieutenant Governor and I spent a lot of time in the late winter, early spring, wondering when the T-Birds were going to get off the ice. And I got to tell you, what a run, and I really do hope that if we all come back next year, you'll have maybe one or two more moments on the ice, and the thing will end the way it's supposed to instead of the way that it did. Yeah, I'm with you on that one, okay? Honestly, I'm sitting here thinking to myself, it's kind of a warm day. Whole new definition of a warm day right there. But this is for us one more piece of a number of projects we had a chance to work with the city on. I'm really looking forward to being able to come back at some point before the end of our term and take a look at 31 Elm. I mean, that's another project people said would never happen. And I think in some ways, a lot of this is attributable to the mayor and to his team, to the folks associated with the team. Paul, you started talking to us about this a long time ago. In fact, you were a colossal pain in the neck about the whole thing. And I mean that in the most positive and sincerest way. I mean that in a good way, yes. Oh, God, yeah. Geez, I don't remember those, but I'm getting old, so that might have something to do with it. But the bottom line is this is a great day for Springfield. It's a great day for the convention center. It's a great day for the future of this part of the city, and I can't wait to come back and see the finished product. But I'm also really looking forward to getting going on this, because a lot of us have been thinking about it, working on it, and trying to get to this moment for a very long time. And with that, I will turn it over to Lieutenant Governor Karen Polito, who more than anybody in our administration from the day we started has made absolutely crystal clear to anybody who works in the Baker-Polito administration that this is 351 cities and towns, and we love them all.
We love them all equally. I want to say thank you for this opportunity to come together. It's always a good day when the governor and I and our team can come to Springfield. Let me just say a couple of things that others have said and just kind of amplify. This is more than a parking garage, right? Parking garages are essential infrastructure in a gateway city, in any urban area where you're trying to do a lot of things. This is a structure that clearly is out of date, beyond its useful life, and is an unsafe and not very pleasing infrastructure here in the city. And we're here today because a few things, and that starts with leadership. The people expect government leaders to solve problems and to work together and get stuff done. Here in the Springfield, you have an active delegation that works together. You have a city leadership team that sets the tone and sets the table, literally, from our Italian roots. Our mayor understands that. And you have our private sector partners willing to come together and hear the convention center team. Of course, on our side, I want to thank Secretary Heffernan, because the task was tall to try to figure this out. But everyone put their heads together, came up with a solution to get this done. I also want to recognize that the city leadership has embraced economic development in this corridor by doing a whole lot of planning and thinking about their vision for this part of the city. And you can have all the vision planning and you can map it out on paper, but if you don't have that team and the resources to get it done, it doesn't materialize. And one of the things I want to note as part of this plan was that they embraced housing as a key part of downtown Springfield's strategy, bringing more people to come into the city's core to live all the time. And I see Mike O'Brien over there from Wynn. We'll be at Elm soon to see the progress you're making. But you get more people downtown, not only at hotels and living here 24/7. They're going to want more things to do like MGM. They're going to want more of those games to go to and enjoy. They're going to want more music and talent to come into the convention center. It's exciting. But you can't really help them come from outside if you don't have the proper places for them to be. So this is a connection point. It's part of the essential infrastructure needed for this city to see its vision become reality. And the final thing I just want to say is there is momentum here in the city of Springfield. You have the leaders, you have the energy, you have the commitment, and you have momentum. You have a lot of great things happening. COVID, yes, was challenging, but it didn't stop you from moving forward and making progress on a whole lot of fronts. It's great to see you. So happy today to build on the good work that you're doing, and we look forward to hopefully getting an invite back to when we see the structure come to the beginning part and its completion. Congratulations to everyone. I want to thank David Gibbons and his team, and I'm going to turn this program right back to him.